Good morning. I just want to make this video about some basically real stuff. Everything that I've experienced and gone through. There's a person I kind of want to mention. Just not his name, but I had a long conversation with him. Great dude. But let's get started. Number one, living in your car is not for everybody. I mean, if you have it really hard and you have children, definitely try to find friends, family, obviously like your partner. Like basically if there's a situation where you have children but they don't, but you guys are together, I would assume that in the very beginning it's kind of like you're not going to live with each other immediately, but then maybe times get hard and you're just like, can we communicate about this? Are we going to be together for a long time and whatnot? But if you're solo, it's much easier. Like if you're solo and you have no children and whatnot, and times is hard and you have a car, you can just go right to your car, man. There's no need to actually be on the street. And here's a fun fact. Well, I wouldn't say a fun fact, it is, but I've slept outside in California before. I could talk about this. This wasn't even like intentional or meant to happen, but I'll talk about it real quick. So basically, you guys know I've said like I've been to Bali and whatnot. I drove across country with this car to go to LA. Flew from LA to Bali, spent 18 days there with my girlfriend, right? Obviously I flew back to LA. My car was at a park garage that I paid for like 18 or 19 days. When I come back, the garage is not 24 hours, it's actually closed. And I was like, oh crap. And it said 7 in the morning. My flight landed at like 11 something at night. Originally I was supposed to drop down or touch down at like 9 something p.m. And I was like, crap, I'm not gonna make it. The terminal I went to, which was the China Airlines, they're way like down the way. So I had to like kind of like fast walk a bit and make my way all the way from that terminal. I think it's terminal 5 or B. I think it's B, terminal B or something like that. But basically China Airlines is like way at the end. Try to make my way towards a bus stop, which I did just in time. Took the bus, but still I got there late, and basically I just slept like on a bench. It was like a table. It had seats. It was like a circle table, but I had like circle seats. I basically just had my bag, made it as comfortable as I could, put it on the table, and I laid on it, and I had to do that. So that wasn't by choice. And that was a surreal and scary moment because, like I said, that wasn't by choice. To live outside by choice is crazy because a car, you can lock the doors, you can roll up the windows, you can be secured inside. Of course somebody can break into the windows, but somebody can break into your house. It's relatively the same thing, but you can't move your house. You can move your car to a more safer location and away from civilization, worst case scenario. So number 2, people possibly vandalizing your vehicle or whatnot, maybe walking up, being a bit suspicious, trying to take something. But I don't have a roof basket, I don't have anything that I'm towing on the rear. It literally just looks like, honestly, my car looks like a police car. So that could be one of the reasons why I have not been messed with. And also just keeping God close. I pray every day. I pray for safety because this is not safe. As I mentioned earlier, there's a guy I was talking to. He told me that a lot of his stuff had got stolen and whatnot. Not going to say the vehicle, not going to say the name. Not even going to say where he's from or whatever like that. But very cool dude. And it was just sad to me because someone that works hard for their stuff and someone who's in maybe a situation or decided to be in a situation by choice and whatnot, there's just people out there that they don't care. They don't care. They're gonna break your stuff, take your stuff. For me, that has not happened. So by the grace of God, I stay very low key and have a little bit of stuff. And number 3 is you're going to have to move a lot. I'd highly recommend not having a spot that you be at every single day, every single night, because people will catch on. I do Uber Eats because Uber has sort of had me in the area. there's no point of me trying to go somewhere else. But every now and then I will change it up. I literally go everywhere. I've been all the way up to Flagstaff, so I could be anywhere. I have many spots saved on the map where I go to if I'm close by. I'd highly recommend, if you live in your car, big if, you move around. Don't choose a spot. Food. I think this is number four. When you need food, obviously, you know, when you're in a place, you're used to a fridge and a freezer and a full-fledged bathroom. I'll add that in actually. It's just best that you get a really good cooler. I have sort of this like basic one I got from Walmart that you guys have seen. That one is not good. In fact, let me just check my ice right now. Yeah, there's like a little bit of ice, but it's basically water. So I plan to get like a Yeti. Anything that's cold doesn't spoil. But a full-fledged like fridge or whatever like that, that's going to require some type of power, maybe a generator that's noisy, which people can get interested in. It's not safe to have the generator in the car. Depending on the type of generator, I don't know if it's like a giant power bank, like electrical. You could probably have that one in the car, but a little bit risky. And then you have your regular generator, which you put fuel in. Never do that. That's supposed to sit outside. Why would you even use all that? You know, that's like basically if you have a computer, you know, you're gaming, and maybe maybe you're doing remote work and you need like, you know, internet. You have Starlink on the roof and stuff, but that's too much. Going to the bathroom. I mean, when I was truck driving, pretty much most truck drivers, when you need to go to the bathroom, you just keep a handy bottle on you. It's really gross. I actually don't have one right now. I did have one for like 2 days, but it's just unsanitary and I hate to see it. I just like to be at a facility, just get out the car, go to the bathroom at like a Circle K, Quick Trip, Planet Fitness, Walmart, you know. But to keep like a urine bottle inside the car is just disgusting to me. But obviously if you have to do the other one, I mean, be at a facility. That's just, yeah. During the summer, it's hot. I'm in Arizona, so AC is like essential. Now, you can run your car, of course, but your car's gonna end up having problems if you do like long-term idle, because cars aren't supposed to idle that long, you know. This, I believe, was $30 or $20. I think it was $20. And the power bank my girlfriend got me, so I don't know what that costs. You just put water in it and you just fill it to this line right here. It gets the job done. But that's like at night, and that's pretty much it. I can't really think of anything else as far as like safety and, you know, creature comforts and whatnot. I mean, entertainment also. Like, I have a tablet. I plan to get like a newer one. I've had this one for like a while now. This is a Samsung, and it's definitely not up to date with. I plan to get a new tablet, new phone. Yeah, I still plan to be in my car for a little bit more, just a little bit more, because I plan to get a travel trailer. Once I unhook from that or whatever like that, I gotta figure out where to park it. Like, I would definitely pay for parking secured somewhere. I definitely wouldn't just, you know, unhook my trailer and just leave it just in a marked parking spot, just somewhere like in a Walmart. Like, that's crazy. I've seen people do it up in Flagstaff. But I'm gonna add in today's agenda. I gotta wash clothes, probably just do treadmill today, because I did legs yesterday. I mean, if you're interested, I plan on getting like a tripod for like better angles, and you guys can see me do like legs and whatnot, you know, squats, what I'm doing, do food shopping. As far as activity goes, I've just been more interested in hiking. There is, I think it's called Sunset Trail. I was debating on doing a split shift with Uber until I start my new job. I start my new job in about 3 days, actually. Got the email confirmed and everything. Start on Monday at 8 in the morning, so you'll definitely be seeing videos of that. No more full-time Uber. I could have just found like a regular job, but I wanted to travel, and it's pretty cool. I could just take off when I want and whatnot. You know, I still earn pretty much minimum wage, and sometimes like $20 an hour. Like, it fluctuates. And I want to touch on that real quick. If you do live in your car, if you do work for Uber Eats, and let's just say you maybe plan on getting rid of your apartment. I would highly recommend you just do Uber Eats and you just live in your car. Now, if you're a person that's like super trashy and whatnot, I mean, if you deliver to me and you have like urine bottles everywhere and just trash inside and you're delivering my food to me, that's like crazy. I clean this car every single day, and I clean the inside of that Uber Eats bag, because like some other food they might spill in it. Once the workers give me the bag, I'm just like, oh, this is dripping some sauce. Like, bro, it might get in the bag, so I just, you know, clean the bag at the end of the day and whatnot, because in the middle of the shift, I don't have time to really do that. I'm always like on a go, man. Keep it clean, keep it sanitized, keep bleach, keep air freshener on me. I would say give this a try, but I wouldn't recommend long term. You know, go and find like an actual job. This is kind of just, you know, a sort of side quest thing. I mean, it's doable, especially if you don't have a car payment. Prius being the best thing to have as far as like fuel efficiency if you're doing Uber Eats specifically. But living in that is probably impossible. Like comfortably, you know, basically you're just gonna have to be in the front seat and tilt it back. But if you want to like full-fledged layout, you would have to invest in an SUV. I love the Ford Explorer. 1, decent power. 2, decent towing. 3, decent room. 4, has a third row. And I see a lot of Ford Explorers on the road too. And clothes are washed. This is my car seat covers. Just like that, all my laundry is done. I actually washed the seat covers because, fun fact, when I was doing Uber back in New Jersey, I had these seat covers in the rear, and because obviously I had passengers, I had a guy that threw up in my car, and I'm not sure which one it was, because, you know, I washed them both, but they look way better now. I made more space for myself, so I'm gonna, you know, fix that up better. Yeah, filled up on some water, went food shopping, filled that up a little bit more. Food bin is like at the bottom. I filled that up. I don't need to show it. Just know that I got food. Food shopping, laundry, change all 4 of my tires. Not by myself, obviously. I paid to get it done. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, deuces.